So this learning of Torah Or Tetzaveh from the Alter Rebbe in Torah Or, and this Maimer is dealing with the spiritual effect of Moshe, which is the outside and the birthday is today. And as Moshe described in Zayar, Shushvino the Malko, the best man of the king. But Aaron is Shushvino the Matuniso, the best man of the queen. And the Maimah will see exactly what it means. And the affecting simcha, affecting joy, the joy of mitzvah to the neshamas, to the Jewish souls. According to that, it's explained why God commanded Moshe Rabbeinu, ve'ikchu elecho, that they should take to you the oil, even though the lighting itself was done by Aaron. And we're going to see also why, when it comes to Moshe Rabbeinu, it says the word tamid, that the candles will be constantly lit. And when it comes to Aaron, it says me'erev ad boker, from the evening till the morning. So the Maimer is open. It starts with the pasuk Torah Or Tetzaveh bnei Yisrael ve'ikchu elecho Hashem. You should command the Jewish people, and they should take to you oil. And is asking a few questions. Number one, since the mitzvah is associated with Aaron, that he should be the one to set up, to arrange the candles. Why did Hashem commanded that the Jewish people would bring the oil to Moshe? And question number two, why by Moshe it says ner tamid? It says that they should create a constant light, and when it comes to Aaron, it says from the evening until the morning. So in the Maimon, he starts to explain that Aaron was Shushvino the Matuniso, the best man of the queen, meaning, what does it mean, the best man of the queen? The queen represents the Jewish people. Knesset is called the assembly of the Jewish people. And Aaron is the one that elevates the Jewish people to their source. And he gives them the power to do the mitzvahs with joy. He gives us the power to do the mitzvahs with joy. The source for joy is the infinite light of God that is vested in the mitzvahs. Regarding the first man, it says Vayaynicheu began Eden la'avdo l'shamu, that Hashem placed them in paradise. La'avdo is to work it and to guard it. And the rabbis explain, what does it mean to work it? If Hashem is putting him Hashem placing Adam in a garden, obviously it was a beautiful garden. What did he need to do? So the rabbis explain that Avdo, to work it, means mitzvahs haseh, the positive commandment. Ainu, which means that through the mitzvahs we are creating we're creating paradise. We are creating a place that the ray of the divine, the ray of the Shekhinah, shines. A place where the ray of Shekhinah would shine, would illumine. And from that, there is a great delight to no bounds to the tzaddikim. And all the delights in this world are considered waste in comparison to the supernal delights that are found in the upper and the lower Gan Eden, that shine in the fulfillment of the commandment. And this is the joy of man. This is the simcha. to understand what is he doing, what is he accomplishing through doing mitzvahs. And moreover, the delights in Gan Eden are just a ray of the Shekhinah, just a ray from the divine presence, a ray from the infinite light itself. When it comes to the essence of Hashem, it says, Leis machshavet fisa, no thought can grasp him. But the mitzvahs themselves, they are containing the Ein Sof itself. The mitzvahs have within them the Ein Sof. And that's why they are called limbs, the limbs of the king. As it says, Asher anoichi mitzavcho hayoim, that I'm commending you today, that mitzvahs are in a state of anoichi. Anoichi is the essence of Hashem. When it says Anoichi avar likecho, it's referring to the essence of Hashem. And therefore, when the simcha, the joy in the fulfillment of mitzvahs needs to be done with great fervor, with great joy. But in order for this joy to be revealed in the soul of man, you need the shushvin, you need the best men. You need Aaron. Aaron is the one to light the candles, and candles are associated with joy. One of the reasons why we light candles on Shabbos is to bring peace and harmony in the family. So when there's darkness, you can stumble upon things and get annoyed and upset. There's light in the room, it prevents it. So Aaron is the one that lights the candles and brings light and joy. And in the service of Aaron, there's two levels. One, as the pasuk describes it, first is Yaroch Hasaneres, he sets up the candles, he prepares it. And the second one is Uve Alois Aaron Hasaneres. So one to set up and one to elevate the candles. So Yaroch, what is Yaroch? Yaroch is referring to the service of joy that should be set and preserved, guarded in the heart of man. That he would remember God, remember his Maker with depth, with the depth of knowledge, with the depth of heart. And when it says Uve Alois, is a drawdown of simcha from above to elevate the nefesh, to elevate the soul, and to connect it to the source of life, the source of tanugim, the source of delights that is higher than the worlds, higher than the contractions associated with the worlds. So we have two levels. One is Yaroch and one is Uve Alois. Yaroch is the service of joy that is in a person's heart, to remember Hashem with the depth of knowledge and heart. And Uve Alois is the drawdown of joy from above, to elevate the soul, to connect it to the source of life, the source of delights, the source of tanugim. Now, it continues in the Maimah to explain the details of the service of Aaron. Aaron used to light the candles with olive oil, which was crushed, which was pure, and olives represent bitterness and forgetfulness. Represents the world of klippus, the worlds of concealments. To forget is meaning that matter is not concealed from you, and you need to crush the olive until you extract the oil out of it. What is the oil representing? Chokhmah. Oil represents wisdom. And in this service how does it relate to us? It's the avodah of service of subjugation of the Sitra Achra, that a person puts himself like, as he says in the Maimah, Shirayim is leftovers. Consider himself as a leftover. He's not putting himself in the center. And he subjugate all the foreign desires that he might have. and he has no desire anymore in worldly delights. What does he have in mind? Is the revelation of Ein Sof. And this is the concept of shemen, or oil, that gives life to the light of the candle. Without the oil, it's not going. Another detail in the service of Aaron is setting up the candles and lighting them outside of the curtain, outside of the paroches. The paroches was a partition that separated between the holy and the Holy of Holies. And the partition was like a protector, like the casing that conceals the light of the sun. And what is the purpose of this concealment? It's called in the Maimer Mogin. The purpose of this concealment is to allow the world to receive the light. Meaning, in order for the world to be able to contain the light, to handle the light, you need this mogin, you need this concealment. And when it comes to Shem Elohim, the name Elohim, the name Elohim is known to conceal the name of Havaya. Why does the name Elohim conceal Shem Havaya? Is in order for the world to have its seeming independent. And this is the work of Aaron kicks in outside of the curtain, meaning to create in the soul of man revelation of Ava, revelation of love, that it's in a state of Ein Sof, that is generated from Ein Sof, from the infinite light of Hashem. But now you need the help of the second best man, the Moshe Rabbeinu, the best man of the king. Moshe brings the Torah down and allows us to connect with the level that is also above the curtain. Aaron is connecting us with the level of behind the curtain. And Aaron is connecting us with the level, Moshe Rabbeinu is connecting us with a level that is above the curtain, as it says in Zohar, Le'elo min shimsho, a level that is higher than the sun itself. And through the Torah, a person is uniting with Hashem himself. And that's why it says, Talmud Torah keneget kulam. Talmud Torah corresponds to them all. And that's why we need first to have ve'ikhu elecho, that it should come to Moshe. Why? Because the oil represents wisdom. What is the spiritual concept of chokhmah, of wisdom? It's nullification to Hashem. And this is the Aveda, this is the service of man. And when you have nullification, your Aveda, your service, will be in a state of Yichud Elo, in a supernal union. What does it mean, the service of Yichud Elo? It's a service that doesn't have ups and downs, doesn't have changes. That's the concept of Neo Tomid, that it's a constant light. And a constant light is specifically said about Moshe Rabbeinu, because what he brings into the table, it's a type of a service that would not have any changes. Le'elo min shimsho, higher than the curtain. But when it comes to the level of Aaron, you have the state of Erev ad Boker, evening till morning, and that's that you have ups and downs. You have a state of darkness, you have a state of evening, and then you have the state of morning. So this is pretty much what the Maimer is talking about. That's the summary of the Maimer.